A conversation within, a conversation without, touching the earth with the tip of my toe, I connect with you from my heart to your soul. With the reds of the mornings, blacks of the night, yearnings of the past, and the freshness of present, all caught up in an amalgamation of 5 elements, under the spell of Maya, engulfing, floundering, celebrating it, enchanting me, seducing me into her world of magic, a world of dreams, and like an enchantress, holding my hand, walking me through this inexplicable experience, influencing me to open my thoughts to greater heights, stringing me into watching the flight of limitless dreams into the discipline of happening, making my path, my destination. Do I want to walk safely on a zebra crossing? Isn't fear only a line in our head? I'll cross it there. The world which we inhabit is not a dream, but a reality, a universe that was neither male nor female, but as it took a form, it led to the birth of Maya, or illusion, that which we believe, that which we make tangible, but that which is not. Prakriti then, nature, nurturing, hence feminine, creation, procreation, a feminine percept, a constant state of evolution, of birth and rebirth, of creation and destruction, and creation again. I celebrate that aspect of creation, of nurturing, of faith, of belief. The golden womb with its umbilical cord, the lotus stems, its creation in muddied waters, resulting in the flowering of the world and a state of enlightenment, a chain that carries on regardless of worlds that come and go. My universe is complete only when all energy is balanced, yin and yang, positive and negative, man and woman. The Ardhanareshwar, not some hybrid creature, but man and woman united as symbols that complete the circle and cycle of life, conditioned by roles perhaps, not one without the other. A complete circle of harmony aligned with nature, nature itself, nurturer. I put the woman at the center of the universe. I put the man at the center of the universe. It was this completion of the cosmos that fascinated me. Why should one be without the other? I change with time. With each course I look different. I'm not this, neither that, neither fear nor fearless. Each of you I aspire to be. In that too, the one which you may detest, I'm neither an angel nor a devil, God or a goddess. I pervade everything, reside everywhere as consciousness. Consciousness delves in everything, everywhere. Everything is throbbing with life, rhythm, dance, movement, energy creating love, life, death, recursing in cycle again. I am everywhere, in everything, and also anything. It is a borrowed breath of this earth, water and air, of he, she and me. There is only one truth, that is breath. There is only one faith, that is love. There is only one belief, I am you and you are me. It is this crossover, It is this crossover from the real to the surreal, from the physical to the metaphysical, that inspires me. As Rumi's secrets speak, there is a thread of life from the heart to the lips, where the secret of life is woven. Words tear the thread, but in silence, the secrets speak. But what are these secrets? What are these secrets of Maya? He opened his eyes, she smiled and said, everything is me and mine. He closed his eyes and united, everything merged within. She expanded and contracted at her own accord with each breath he took. Birthing the skies with earth and waters, opening up the womb with many universes, creating craters in infinity, roaring and thundering laughter with the slashing of oceans, overlapping seas, extensive movement in untiring volcanoes, flowing listlessly, but with a purpose. You are in a kinetic motion, self-propelled. My reverence to you, my Kali. My woman is that Maya. She's composite, whole, complete. She's also a sum, a part, incomplete, great but not greater than the universe. She's a creature of myths, metaphors and autobiographies, part real, part mythical, part mortal, part immortal, part temporal, part celestial. So is nature, as are men and women. I eye this world. I pay it a homage. I paint its story. I am the tree. I hold the universe in the spread of my arms, to the rhythm and the dance of the flapping wings, to the swing and the sway of the viridian leaves, in the unleashed laughter of the roaring thunder, in the quietness of soft drizzle. I sense you. I sense you taking me closer to you. Words and thoughts can be encapsulated in books, but the realm of desires and dreams is beyond the realm of intellect. Beyond explanations, into the realm of experience. Experience and celebrate for all those women who have a voice and who do not have one, for they understood the silence. Celebrate for all those women who walk the untrodden path, true or false, moral or immoral, good or bad, for what is for one is not for another. Celebrate for all those women exploring, unearthing in the rhythm of their smiles and the laughter in their souls. Celebrate to being a woman, not only in body, but in soul. There is desire in one's memories. Have you ever felt the wet breath of soft viridian leaves? In early morning hours, have you ever rubbed your hands on the coarse, stretched stomachs of vagabond trees, wet with unannounced showering clouds, dancing to the rhythm of lightning in the pasture of infinite blue? I reach the skies, here on earth, soaking in innumerable oceans and the sea, momentarily resting on my palms as rain. I take a flight. I take a flight over love, hate, blood and slaughter, over ideas and idols, over religions and politics. Come, fly with me. I wander with the stars on my sides, over seas, rivers and plains. The moon cycles and the sea tides, showers that bind heavens and earth. As blood that flows within you and me. And while I paint the stories of boundaries, of partitions of lands and waters and skies, of relationships of people, cattle, trees, home and love, I wander off to the forgotten lands of my ancestors with an ache of nostalgia about a place called home, about a home called this world. It is only when we understand Maya and Maya's scale that we can aspire for the union of our inner force with that of the outer, or the universal truth, or Parabrahman. Whenever I look around at the plants in the pots of my balcony, the trees in the gardens or forests, and the birds in the sky, the bees and the birds in the sky, eagles soaring high, the table that I work on, the paints in the jars with which I paint, the sink in which I wash the dishes, the clothes that I wear, even the food that I eat, the apple that I bite. How can I forget Fido? My dear Fido, nimble Kiyoshi, the Tinkerbell, ready to vanish within the walls, my relatives, my loved ones, the mosquitoes that I squash as a reflex action when it descends upon me. Each one has its own journey defined by its own actions, thus marking its unique cycle of rejuvenation. For I firmly believe there is no such thing as death, only a cycle of creation and destruction, birth and rebirth. Three guna, the three streams, sattva, rajas and tamas, truth, action and inertia, and invocation of these energies that are responsible for creation and destruction, and creation yet again, spiraling around me, encapsulating me, mysticizing me, mystifying you. Am I? Am I a truth or a reality? Today's reality is tomorrow's myth. Tomorrow's myth is yesterday's reality. I weave a web of illusion. I entice, create desires. Am I terrible? A destroyer, a slayer of all that entangles into my web? Licking the root of their desires, vanquishing it, bestowing freedom to all who dare to play with me. I am Maya. The fire within is without. I am the creator and the destroyer. Come, play with me. Sarva Khalvitam Maya. I am everywhere. Everything is within my womb. I expand in every thought. Every time I contract, the expansion is volcanic. Every time you believe I am not, I create a miracle. You come from one single womb, share the same single space. How can you despise that? I ride the mind holding its reins by its hair. I am a celebration. Isn't it all in your mind? Mind, which is just a space, one thought born, one thought dead, like forms, births, relationships, rising like a bubble gum in my mouth and ending right there. Convictions, which are trained by time. Swallowing them, vanquishing them, licking them, erasing them. Maya is laughing. Maya is laughing, throbbing, pulsating life and movement, and earnestness to reach nowhere. A mad dance to the beat of drumming heart. I ride the future archetypes on harmless allegory, harnessing the dangerous mental forces, constraining them with the physical conduits of Maya wrapped around us, waking up, dispelling them as dreams, giving it yet another chance to play with her, enjoying this whole parody of blood, life, birth and death, and life again. Do I want to be liberated? Do I want to continue this scale? My khel is my mind. My mind is my flight. My flight is beyond a zillion skies, suns, moons and stars. I ride the waves of wind and water. I dive deep beneath the earth, finding the worlds of earth and skies no different from the worlds within. I believe that to explain the manifestations from one to many of forms, names and calendar of time within which each was created can be attributed to an evocation of these energies. It is my belief that from the mythological form of Ardhanarishwar, when Parvati disengaged from Shiva, Shakti gained form and started manifesting as many, or what we call this world. The three streams of creation, absolutely intertwined with each other, resonating with each other. Saraswati, Lakshmi and Durga, intellect, action and dissolution. The Saptamatrikas, the Ashtalakshmis, the Navdurgas, the Dasmahavidyas, augmenting further into Chausati Yogini, the Ikyasi Yogini, forms that continue to evolve, to multiply, to satisfy our deeds, needs, desires, or to bring balance to the world. This, of course, is my personal belief, not something which you will find in a book or rendered as a philosophy. Researching somewhere in a library, but it appeals to me just as much as many versions of Shakti that exist. I share in those versions and am fascinated by their interpretations and manifestations too. As Virginia Woolf writes, for we think back through our mothers if we are women. Manifestations inspire me to attempt to analyze the world I see around me, especially as a woman who must make sense daily of injustices in the world, to comprehend why we continue to look away when prejudice occurs, when sensitivities corrode, or when negative forces are invoked. I therefore look inwards to evoke the energy that is manifest in each one of us, to apply the healing salve of motherhood to a world that needs it. For that energy resides in each one of us, women and men, crossing all genders, and it is that we must manifest. I look within the womb to discover that which is outside. I want to awaken my senses to experience the goddess's gift of what nature bestows on us, not just of life, but of the sun that shines and the rain that rejuvenates, of the heat and cold and all things that bring to life that which is around us. I believe in that energy, and it is a journey, a parikrama. Saptmatrikas, the mysterious energies who they say struck terror, venerated thus for their dangerous fecundity, their terrible wrath, yet were they not simply fulfilling their destinies, being protective, nurturing? In their zeal they came to be represented by the darker powers, venerated in temples as goddesses, to be appeased, associated with gods either as their spouses or as their forms of energies. Female principles that have been ritualized, iconized, cherished, feared and filtered. So I undertake a journey, a parikrama. Is it of self-realization? I empty myself to Maya, Maya captivating me, surprising me by my own responses to her different forms, manifestations, and incarnations. The more I understand her, the more I want to realize her. Maya, the illusion and the creator of illusion. I look within the womb to discover that which is outside. I become the womb, armed with solace and caring. I am the earth, ancient, primeval, modern and all-compassing. So the world, all nature tells me. So it shall tell you. Archetypes, symbols, chants, automatism, spontaneity, energy, gesture, materiality, knowledge, transcendence, wisdom, discretion, liberation, the merging of forms and sounds, an essence crossing over from flight to light, to inside, enter into inside, into the realm of incarnation, of death, birth, and the journey of soul in segments. We see a full stop. Do you see a full stop? The energy does not stop flowing at that point. It recoups, reforms, and moves on. Death is not an end. It is energy changing direction, cursing on, thrusting again in a different form and space, just like my painting. Me, cuddled in the lap of my Pitaji, mesmerized by stories, fantasies, fantasizing in my mind's eye. I sense, I see the chinar leaves melting into gold, the stars singing lyrics to a deep cadmium sky, the moon morph into the golden sun, satyrs leaping, exhausting themselves. I caress his wings, melting into the sun. I desire you. I desire you as an autumn leaf desires the earth. Superficial wings carry my bodiless soul, engulfing my desires, fragrance, fragility, existence. I owe it to the duality of doubt. I wait for the alchemy of change, drawing that first dot, that full stop, and falling in love with the movement as the dot changed into a line, the line into a form, and that form gaining rhythm, dance, life. Oof, how I drew on my clothes, the walls, and myself, experiencing the pulse of movement. I was in love for the first time, and it stayed with me. Birth and death. Birth and death are two sides of the same coin. Time is cyclical. There is no end. Is or is not. Known or not to know. I am or not. In the vastness of my heart chakra, there is only curiosity. Pour me a dream. Pour me a thought. Pour me a feeling. Pour me 100 emotions. Pour me a song, walking, running, jumping, riding, flying. I reach you. You are within me. So potent, so alive. Still I leap out to reach you. As the cry of that peacock aches through my heart, with each raindrop clouding my eye, the dance of reverberating thunder. The music of striking light, pouring rivers from unseen heavens, culminating in a dance of exorbitant and exalted innocence. Did I live through that peacock once? I remember admonitions. Fly within your limits. Do not tread the beyond. So you stand out like a sore thumb. Rolling stones gather no moss. But tell me, who will wander untrodden paths beyond the skies? Tell me, who will venture beyond the known? Tell me, can I carry my body beyond the space into the shunya and beyond? Tell me, what is beyond the beyond? I remember admonitions. Don't forget what happened to Jonathan Livingston Seagull. From the sublime we emerge, to the gross we expand. Attachments, desires, thirst binds. I cannot move forward. The clinging is mutual, letting go a struggle. We are all tied by the same umbilical cord. The binding rope becomes an umbilical cord connecting all souls with the superconscious to the divine and to the light. In the yoni, the soul and body come together again and again and again. Life after life, the play of life begins and it ends. The cycle continues. It surprises us with choices, two journeys in which our feet carve a path of their own. 2 moments, 2 lives passed away, lived these drenched deep in color, brimming with rhymes and songs. Nothing came out of the churning of oceans. In the desperate thirst, I saw the alchemy of nectar turn into poison. I saw myself changing in the desire to be perfect, saw myself falling from the heights, collapsing into a whirlpool. Who says there is liberation here? Who says it is important to rise after falling? Who says it is important to see yourself and others in you after falling? It's important to rise. After rising, it is important to fall. After liberation, it is important to live. After watching yourself, just seeing yourself is important. The truth of white resides in black. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The body returns to dust in the grave. But isn't grave also a womb? Energy flows back into the universe. The Hiranyagarbha, the golden egg from which the first seed emerges, tracing the path of prana through body. And the journey continues through fire to air, air to water, water to earth, and earth to life. The fire of the pyre burns in female belly, as said in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. They pass into the smoke, from the smoke into the night, from the night into the fortnight of the waning moon. Reaching the moon, they become food. There the gods feed on them. When that ends, they pass into this very sky. From the sky into the wind, from the wind into the rain, from the rain into the earth. Reaching the earth, they become food. They are again offered in a fire of a man. Then they take birth in the fire of a woman.